Today, South Korea equals skyscrapers, cool cars, and luxury life, while North Korea is penniless and far behind, with cars that run on wood and women wash clothes in the melting snow because they have no water supply at home. For the first 15 years after the war, it was vice versa. In the 60s, a decade after hostilities ended, Seoul still looked like that. This was filmed by an American military officer for his family. North Korea was going through an economic boom. The communist neighbor had higher GDP, and it was growing 10 to 15% each year. All this after the Americans, in the word of General MacArthur, commander of American troops in Korea, literally turned North Korean cities into deserts. North Korea builds towns and plants. Shops are stacked with food. People have no issue getting a job, while South Korea GDP is about $100 per year. Absolutely penury. You may think it is disgusting communist propaganda, but here is a 1968 classified report of American intelligence called North Korean Intentions and Capabilities with Respect to South Korea. It says the last few years have been not so stellar for the North, but from 1954 to 1960, they reached a, quote, excellent results in the economy. What the USA found disturbing even more was this progress caused admiration in some South Korean citizens, especially students and intellectuals who were not happy with their government and the prospect of long-term dependence on the USA. In the first years after the war, that dependence had some peculiar traits. The 60s was the golden era for Korean hotspots. After the war, the country lay in shambles, and the only places with real money were the American military bases. There were many of those. After the war, just imagine, up to 25% of Korean GDP in the 60s came from sex workers. Up to 25%. Today, it is officially banned. Well, it's always been officially banned, but now the authorities take actual action against it, try to get rid of it. But sex work is alive and well, even if marginalized. As to a quarter of national GDP, they have Samsung for it. Appreciate the kindness. To keep the girls warm at night, they sit in these tents with a heater. This tent is empty, so they let me film inside. There's a heater to keep the girl warm while she is waiting between the clients. She can have coffee or something. A girl in this tent has even unzipped the entrance. See? She has a blanket to feel warmer. Nobody should be cold at work. Taking care of people is the priority. Nobody steals in Korea. What I mean is that people in a fast food place can leave their phone on the table to show it's taken and go order. I want to verify this theory. So I picked a place where people steal no matter what, a train station. This is Seoul's Central Station. My phone isn't expensive. I can leave it anywhere. Maybe somebody will have pity on me and leave me money. So what I'm leaving on the bench is the laptop. Then I'll go get some food and see what happens. The laptop is on the bench. Some man is going through his bag. I'm about 20 to 30 meters away. Honestly, I'm nervous. I'm pretty close, but if somebody grabs it and runs away, I have one camera there, another one here, and with two cameras, I won't make it in time. And it's $1,500. A girl comes by, looks at my laptop, sits next to it. My heart races. Then a man comes, sees my laptop, and stops by it, paces back and forth, looks around. I'm thinking, Here it comes. He'll take it and leave. See how he comes closer? Now he's standing over my laptop. He definitely sees it and understands the owner isn't anywhere close. I'm thinking if I can grab my GoPro and not drop my hand camera when I chase him. I just realized that the next episode is there. Rates go higher. It's not $1,500 anymore. It's a video I was working on a few days. The man seems to be leaving, but he just looks around and returns to my laptop. A girl stops in front of my camera. When she left, the man was still there. He's been there for a few minutes now, and I'm almost sure that he's going to steal it. But he notices a free place on a bench and goes to sit there. So, he just wanted to sit somewhere. And though there was a place by my laptop, he didn't want to take it. So the owner of the MacBook, which is me, wouldn't worry about it. Such a caring approach. I felt much better and decided to complicate things a bit more. While I'm waiting, I think I'll go for a cup of coffee. I'm scared to leave, but let's risk it. So the laptop is left there all alone. You can imagine how my heart raced when I was waiting for the coffee to be made, then covered with the lid, put in a bag. I was almost running back. My heart missed a beat when I saw a man right there where I left my MacBook. Stolen. But no, my MacBook was right there. Nobody touched it. This could be the most expensive coffee in my life. Damn, you go for a coffee and you think whether you'll pay $1,500 for it. I'm not comfortable to even look away. I'm talking to you, the laptop is behind my back, and I'm thinking, maybe right this second, somebody took it and ran away. And that's it, it's lost. By the way, the Koreans have iced coffee even in winter. Everybody here drinks just iced coffee. Hot coffee isn't that popular. Don't know why. But I'm shaking, not because of iced coffee, but because my MacBook is still there. Damn. A $1,500 laptop with materials that are worth at least as much. At one moment, somebody crawled toward my MacBook, but nothing happened. A man was sitting by it, and potential thieves may think it's his thing, so it's not a clean experiment. I think I'll put the laptop somewhere else so it's seen from afar. It's lying right where people walk. It's almost an invitation to grab it and run. Grab and run. I'll wait another 15 minutes so I can at least see what happens. Oh, God, I'm nervous. But I really want to make sure that the Koreans are so honest and do not steal. Men and women, young and old, inexpensive and cheap clothes, many military men. See how the cameras on their phones are not covered? It is another myth. Nobody even touched my laptop. I don't even like the fact that nobody wants to steal it. I went as far as I could. It's over there. Over there. Still on the bench. It's been more than 20 minutes. Nothing happened so far, but I'm terribly nervous, honestly. I went to another part of the station so I don't stop anybody. I wonder.
Yeah.
Are you a YouTuber or?
I'm YouTuber, yes.
YouTuber, oh,
yes.
great.
Actually, I'm filming here a social experiment. I left my MacBook over there.
Yeah.
And I wonder, will anybody steal it or not?
Maybe anybody steal because this place a lot of CCTVs, so yeah, it won't be. Yeah, Korea never.
Yeah.
I never saw someone steal other persons.
Yeah, that's what I'm filming about. That in Korea, nobody steals. Yes, you can leave your smartphone in McDonald's and go to or Starbucks and go order something, and nobody will take your smartphone or MacBook.
Yeah, I never heard about that or yeah.
Imagine how people can live and never hear that somebody got robbed. Like, wait, what is robbery? It's not the amount of cameras that stop people from stealing. There are many of those, but Seoul didn't make it into the top 3 cities with most cameras per 1,000 citizens, even if you discount Chinese cities that have much more cameras. But surveilled cities are in India. Delhi has 27 cameras per 1,000 people. Singapore has 18. Russian cities, Britain, and even Baghdad has 16 cameras per 1,000 people. In Seoul, it's 7. This number is very close to Los Angeles with its 9 cameras per 1,000 people. But criminal statistics are vastly different because it's not the guns that kill, it's people. The same goes for robbery. You fight it not with cameras, but with culture and upbringing. At some point, I thought somebody was making fun of me. A man left a very expensive bag half open, and then he went somewhere. Right in front of my laptop, a man left his bag and went away. Imagine that. I'm worried about my laptop, and he left a whole bag full of his things, maybe documents. Left it, went to order something. It's obvious my experiment is over. People come to it, see this, and the only thing that bothers them, no place to sit, and they leave. Over. I'm taking my MacBook. Ooh, feels much better. I was so nervous all this time, really. Very nervous. I don't recommend you repeat my experiment. I can't guarantee the same results. If you ever get robbed in Korea, please write a comment about it. I really want to know where, how it happened, when. Well, my experience confirms that people really do not steal here, even at the train station. Experiment is closed. We move on. I'll take some sedatives to calm down, or maybe something stronger. South Korea has many small things that serve people's comfort. Winter bus stop in Korea, you come in, the door closes, it's warm. You have chargers, some music video to watch for a bus if you don't want to look in the window. Crossroads have colored lights built in the road so the people will see the light even when they look on their smartphone. Many cities use that trick now. But the Koreans will never run across the road where it's forbidden, or if the red light is on, even if there are no cars. Just look at that. Anywhere else in the world, somebody would be running across. There are no cars, maybe 1 car per minute or 2 cars. But no, if it's the red light, the Koreans would never cross. Never. See this. This is a pedestrian subway. Stairs up to the street, and this glass door. Guess what it's for? This glass door, and this one too. Well, it serves one purpose, to keep the fresh air inside the tunnel. In this tunnel, it's a regular tunnel, not a shopping center, just a way to cross the street underground. And they planted this garden here. Not just any garden. They chose plants that produce lots of oxygen to keep the air fresh. People can come here and just sit back and relax when it's maybe too polluted up there in the street. The only flaw with the everyday essentials in Korea, the apps with maps, are unreliable. Your usual map service like Yandex or Google are useful in South Korea as regular paper map. The thing is, they don't build routes, neither for cars or for pedestrians. They can't tell you where you should turn left or right. They just show general directions. Go north, go south, and you try to figure out what the exact streets and turns are for yourself. Officially, it is because Korea banned export of any cartography. By the way, if when you leave the country, you'll take a map, it is a criminal offense. And the border control may stop you. Though I don't remember such a case in the last decades. The only service that works in Korea is local Kakao, as well as local messenger and social network. This app doesn't function well with Latin letters. If you are fluent in Korean, it is not an issue for you. The Korean metro system has terrible directions, at least in Seoul. I realize that people who reside here will disagree and argue with me, but no, guys. It is my first time here, and I can tell that nothing is clear, and it is very easy to get lost. Take a look at the metro map. Try to figure something out, or just understand where you are. Letters are very small. The map just gets you more confused than before. This is the line I'm on right now. 21st century, guys, 2022, and this map is just printed on paper. So it doesn't show where I am right now. What is the next station? A paper map in Seoul, the modern ultra capital of the world. There are some electric screens, but they are useless. What is forbidden in the Korean subway? Drink water, carry your backpack on your back so you don't hit people talking on the phone. Important. Never show what's between your legs and don't cover it. Golden middle. That's directions for getting on the train. It shows your current station, the previous one, and the next. So you don't know where the line goes. You can't tell if this is the right direction or need to go the other way. Most signs are in Korean, naturally, so you don't understand a thing. You have to study the map in advance to see what stations are and learn your itinerary. That's the only way to understand which train you take. Honestly, in Venezuela, in Caracas, the metro is much better and easier to figure out than in Seoul. Unlike Caracas, though, the Seoul subway is absolutely safe. You won't get killed or even robbed.
You don't have street fights here. You don't have robberies. You don't have thefts. You don't have any crimes here. So you're like the generation of people who live in the circumstances where they have never met crime.
I mean, Korea, yes, that's right. We have less crime than other countries. I think that's true. But the only thing that I found interesting in Korea is that they only steal bikes. I don't know why.
Bikes?
Yes, bicycles.
Like these bicycles?
Yeah, literally, I lost 3 times.
So
Even
they stole from you 3 times a bike?
Yes. And even though when I put the lock, they just cut the lock and they take it. Or they just leave the lock with 1 wheel and they take everything. I mean, this is quite.
Why? I left the MacBook on the railway station and nobody took it.
Yeah. If you let them to choose MacBook or let's say $1 million and the bike, I think they will still choose the bike.
Okay, guys, if you're in Seoul carrying $1 million on a bike, please be careful. Your bike can be stolen.
Why do you wear masks in the street?
Actually,
You don't have to.
Yeah. Actually, we don't have to.
So
I'm not breaking any rules.
Actually, we don't have to, but I just got used to wearing masks. Not at home, but when we walk or because we have to go into somewhere, we have to wear it again. So it's more convenient for
But
me.
everybody, not 100%, but 98% of people in the street are wearing masks, even though they don't have to.
Yeah, they are. Actually, on the street, most of them are wearing still. I think because that, I think Korean people like to obey rules. I think it's quite important for Koreans. So I think they won't take it off until the government decide to like, oh, you guys can take it off now.
Yeah, but actually your government told you that if you want, you cannot.
Actually, yeah.
But you want government tell you, take them off.
Maybe.
In fact, up to the 1990s, Korea was a very dangerous and criminal country. Its criminals imitated the Japanese Yakuza. The first president of South Korea, Lee Sin-man, surrounded himself with gangsters who did all the dirty jobs of getting rid of communists. The chief gangster, Kim Do-han, led a huge gang. The president made him an MP to give him immunity. So, Kim Do-han and his militants were shooting communists without any consequences. The president, too, arranged anti-communist programs with the army's help. And he was still featured on the Time magazine cover as the best politician of his time. This one appeared after the Bodo League massacre, where, according to different sources, the president ordered to kill 60 to 200,000 people. Here's another one, a bit later, with the inscription, "Roots of the Freedom Go Deep." Yep, Man of the Year. But in 1960, he was overthrown, and soon the country was led by a military dictator, Park Chung-hee, who fought criminals without any official orders. For example, gang leaders marched through the city in a shame parade. That didn't help him to defeat gangs, first of all, because they were very tightly knit, like the Japanese Yakuzas. Even they had similar tattoos. And to this day, tattoos are seen as marks of criminals. Showbiz stars have to hide them. One of them is Jungkook of the legendary BTS. He often covers his tattoos with a band-aid when performing in Korea. Many other local stars do the same. A law was issued back in 1992 banning the Koreans from tattooing without medical necessity. Before the elections of 2022, the candidate of the ruling party promised to cancel that law, but he lost. On average, Korean apartments are small. That is a regular one-room apartment. The bed is right behind the door. The street is there, and people sleep really close to it. There's no central heating in Korean houses. Each apartment has a control panel to set temperature. Korean houses have no radiators. Heat comes from the floor. The tubes are built into the floor. Sometimes it's electric, but usually it's tubes. Another thing about heat regulation. This is pure Korean ventilator. How is it different from any other? It has a timer. This is it. 2 hours is the maximum time it can work. The thing is that Koreans believe that ventilators kill. If you leave it on for the night, chances are you will die. Another pure Korean thing, a mobile surveillance camera that says, "Don't leave trash." They put it in places where people tend to leave a lot of trash. Seoul is rather clean, and people tend to be very tidy. But no, I'm wrong. People do leave trash, and it is clean in spite of this habit. The cleaners are very efficient. And places that attract a lot of trash, like this wall, get a surveillance camera. But people are not stupid. What do? They leave the trash behind the camera. Smart. A note in the Korean bathroom. It is forbidden to film, to distribute the recording, or you go to jail. The country suffers from an epidemic of spying cameras. Police find them in public bathrooms, hotels, gyms, fitting rooms. But the bank of the river is already North Korea.
Yes. Very close. Yes?
Yes. We've been driving for an hour, and we're nearing the demilitarized zone. between North and South Korea that's been no man's land for about 70 years now. There's a fence with towers along the road, but each year, more and more tourists visit the DMZ. Tourists from the south, of course. The territory next to the DMZ, right next to the North Korea, is now one big shopping mall. Small restaurants, cafes, a mall right there. So nice. Another one here. Some donuts here and right there. It's North Korea. Some amusement rides there, so you can come and just ride a carousel. This is the root difference between capitalism and socialism. Under capitalism, anything, even military conflict, becomes a shopping mall. In a way, it's great. I went to visit the border with my Korean friend Jae Go-hen. He served in special forces and was ready to enter the northern neighbor.
If a war begins, I must go into Korea on the planes. And then parachute.
You laugh when you say it. It's not funny, you know?
Right.
On the South Korea side, it does look toyish, even with plastic tanks and guns sold right here in the souvenir shop. The northern neighbor may look scary, but for the South Koreans, it is just something to watch on the weekend. Here, on the southern side, they have these huge digital binoculars with augmented features. I'm not sure if you can see it on video. They tell you what's going on the other side. There is Kaesong. I don't know if you can actually see. It does feel a bit weird, like people are visiting a zoo. As far as I know, on the other side, it's the same. Maybe their equipment is not that great, but they are watching us, and South is watching North. It's like a zoo on both sides. There, an officer there. We're looking at him, and he is looking at us.
We can see but we can't meet each other.
It's sad.
Actually, both Koreas have often been close to being united. In 1983, Korean Kim Il-sung offered to become closer. At the time, the countries were not so different, both politically and economically. The degree of democracy was questionable on both sides, with Kim Il-sung's dictatorship in Pyongyang and Chun Doo-hwan's dictatorship in Seoul. These tunnels are one of the mysteries of the DMZ. This is the tunnel that goes from the north to the South Korea. 4 such tunnels are known, but South Korean authorities say there can be dozens of them to send the spies in. In 1974, North Korean spies tried to kill in Seoul the dictator president Park Chung-hee, but shot his wife. In the 80s and later, North Korean leadership hoped to take Seoul by crawling into it underground. 10,000 soldiers can pass through this tunnel in an hour, carrying some light weapons. But now, in the 21st century, South Korea seems to ignore that threat. Part of the DMZ is now a regular work park, a place to relax, where you could forget that it is the border between 2 enemy states. If not for such amusing signs. See? No bombing. Don't bomb. Behind the fence, there are a lot of signs saying landmines. But in here, it's a bicycle lane. Some nice spaces. People come with families. Moms with strollers. You can come here to rest. You can get a fancy coffee, flat white or latte. My head explodes. Here is a great bicycle lane, and there's the fence and landmines. Signs 10 meters from here. Are you afraid of North Korea?
A bit, because people have kind hearts. People are good there, but the mind is different. The situation is very different there. They're all being told bad things about our country. And we here are being taught that North Korea is bad. But I don't think that people are bad there. Their leadership, Kim Jong-un, he is bad. Everybody here dislikes him. What do regular people in the North think? Of that, I have no idea.
Guys, look at that. The bench is made out of zinc Patron boxes. Maybe it's a good way to use the memory of a war.
I'll be honest, 요준이 생각에 많아. It's dishonest to say that I've been feeling alive and 아니야.
These guys predict future for Koreans based on their Chinese names.
Most of Koreans have Chinese names, Chinese meaning for their name.
Ah, wow, yes.
So we need to give them this, the Chinese name, and also our birthday, when we were born, what time, and then they read your, they do like a prediction.
Fortune tellers are found everywhere in the world, but they are extremely popular in Korea. The teenagers go to ask them who they should date and who they shouldn't.
I thought that young people don't believe that. It's like for
I mean, that
or older.
the thing is that if you have someone that you like, you guys go together. And they read for both of your relationships. So that's the most fun thing.
Arumi is the Korean who escaped Korea and then returned.
I was Korean, but I'm New Zealander now.
How did you become New Zealander?
So when I was young, my parents took me to New Zealand. So we migrated to New Zealand.
Why?
My parents, they had a lot of chance going overseas, and compared to Korean society, they wanted me to feel freedom, more freedom in school or like the culture. They wanted me to study less harder, maybe.
It is true that the Koreans worship education. At school, they teach the kids to study a lot, even too much. Not so long ago, the authorities had to ban kids' hobby clubs after 10 p.m. The kids had no time to sleep.
So in Korean society, it's very competitive. Everybody wants to be the best. Everybody wants to have a good degree. That's why Korean people are like studying hard when they are at school, and all the parents, they wanted their kids to be the best. So they are studying really, really hard from young age. Even like 5 years old, when they go to kindergarten, they start speaking good English. So yeah, the Korean society is very competitive. So I think that's the energy for Korea to develop.
Your looks are important for your success. If you work for a company and somebody knows more than you do, but you are really good looking, this will be more important for your bosses.
You can get a job easier, I guess.
Yes?
Yeah.
For those who look better, they can easier get jobs.
Yeah, I think in Korea it's possible.
When kids graduate from school, parents give them a certificate for plastic surgery, and it is considered the norm. It isn't an offense for the child. They are always glad.
First thing to change are the eyes. They must be wide and have a second lid to imitate the European look. What is a second lid?
Double lid. You can't see any skin that's right above my eye.
I don't have it too, or do I?
No, you don't. He has it.
Show us the second lid. This is created with the surgery, right? That's the goal. Guys, do I have a second lid? I can't understand.
This is Nechen.
What?
Nechen. He was born with it.
The last couple of years saw a revolution. Natural, Asian, single lids are trendy now. It's called Musang Beauty.
Musang beauty. Musang means monolid.
It reminds a bit of the trend for natural hairy armpits for women that comes and goes thanks to the movies. And even made it to the once upon a time in Hollywood. The head must be small. There is a compliment that literally means you have a small head. And it must be 1/8 of a person's height. Korean social networks are filled with this kind of images, where people prove they are beautiful by counting heads. There's another compliment, and it's very popular, that literally means you have good body proportions.
야이 비웃이나.
오늘은 Do you have good proportions? We'll teach you how to measure yourself. You'll get praised.
Korean YouTube has videos with exercises to make your head smaller, and they get millions of views. Stretch your lips, throw your head back, and keep this position, or just pressing on your scalp with your bare hands. I wouldn't recommend these things to anybody.
The standards are very strict for your face shape. Your chin must be pointed, like in an anime. Pointy. Then your hair...
Wait, can I really change it? It's a bone. How do you...
They grind it away.
Grind the bone?
Yes, right here.
It's not easy like putting in tits. It's a bone.
They make the skin lighter with some. I forgot the name. Some sort of serums or something. They put something in your blood and the skin gets lighter.
Blood? It's not creams, it's blood.
You can't do it with creams and pills. But it's a long process. These methods act faster.
I came to film in a clinic for plastic surgery. It is very popular in Korea. The problem is that the owner of this place has just had surgery yesterday. She's standing behind me, so she can't be on camera. I don't know. I'll probably have to blur her face. Don't film you.
Just on my face.
Okay.
I have so many redness now on my face.
Okay. I will not show your face. I will film you from the back.
Guys, that is the first time in my life when a girl asked me to film her like this.
South Korea, nose and eyes and breast are the real patient's nasal bone structure. That is all printed by the 3D printing technique. So they're all the
It's the most expensive and best. It feels like very natural, I heard.
Yes, this one is very natural, and the biggest advantage of it is it has a small chip here. You can check that it has a small chip. Yes.
And this chip, how it works, you put your iPhone to your breast, so it's inside, and you check with iPhone. No.
Like the chip will storage the information about the surgery. Like when did you do the surgery and who is the surgeon and where, when.
Can it break inside?
No.
No, it cannot.
It's very low risk, the rupture.
So if I push it hard,
Yes.
nothing will happen.
Yes.
Can I try?
Yes, of course.
I can try.
Yes.
Push hard as I want.
Yes, please.
Just to test it, I press as I can. Nothing happens to it.
날카로운 걸로 찍어서 안 돼요.
Invisible, but it's around I think it's around 20 million.
Any insurance? Because any insurance, if this, I don't know, if these implants fall to your belly, do you have any insurance for that?
Yes, in our clinic we have 10 years guarantee.
Have your patients ever experienced that? It's
No, never.
Never?
No, never.
Okay, one personal question. Can you save me from baldness?
You can do hair implant.
Yeah, you have hair implants, yes? Do you have hair implants?
Yes, we have hair transplants.
But is it possible to transplant when you are bald like me, like you are totally bald? So much bald like me?
Then you have to do like quite several sessions of the treatment, so that maybe you will find some change on the hair area.
Guys, I'm not going to change my chest or hair, just curious to know. Tell me in the comments if I should get new hair. I'm not going to, but would you do it or not?
When I get in, I take a shower, read a book and feel empowered. Smoking on that sour got me counting down the hours, thinking of all the shit that they could do but won't allow us. Then I realize they all some cowards. The world is ours.
In Korea, because plastic surgery is so common, you don't see bald men. Even one a day is a lot, and not every day. And they will be foreigners. Because many Koreans told me they have never met a bald man. Like, the Thai have never seen snow. I asked my Korean friend to interview people in the street.
Hello, may I ask you a question? Have you seen a bald person in real life?
No, never. Not once.
Important detail, I was wearing a hat.
Have you ever seen a bald man?
Without any hair.
Right. No hair.
Yes, I think I have.
When was it? Do you meet them often?
It's hard to remember. Seldom.
And I took off my hat.
He's bald.
How very convenient. But cold.
Ask her how often does she meet bald men.
Not very often.
No, never. Hair transplantation, believe it or not, was one of the main issues in the 2022 election. One of the candidates promised to make the procedure free for everybody. He lost.
Do people come to you for the second time to remake their...
Yes.
Because something went wrong?
No, like mainly like over 90% or 95% of the patients visit us for like especially breast revision surgery, eye revision surgery, or nose revision surgery are all because they are not satisfied with the shape. Like especially for breast, they
want bigger.
Yes, they want bigger. Every time when we undergo the consultation, like girls will very confused about which size should she choose. And normally that we will tell her that I think you can try a slightly bigger size. Since according to our own experience, after the surgery, almost all girls will regret to choose like a smaller size.
I need to change my nose.
People said that to you. The Koreans asked why you didn't change it.
No, if you talk to a Korean, you'll hear, go to Singapore, get a nose job, brows, laser. You'll get a long list. As per Korean standards, I'm considered terribly ugly.
How's that?
I do use skincare.
A cream or...
Right, my skin is oily. It has issues.
Everybody does that.
I don't wear makeup. I have a friend who does, and sometimes he comes to visit and asks my wife for a lipstick. He carries a cushion, applies powder.
What's a cushion?
Cushion? What is it?
Like a powder thing.
Right, I think he uses foundation, then powder.
The Koreans seem to be drinking a lot, but they don't have drunk fights.
It's because I heard that for one hit, if you hit somebody, you pay that person about 1 million won for moral damage and for physical too. But I never had a fight here, and my advice would be to not fight. It's better to get hit than to hit somebody. Profitable.
Yeah, if you let them continue and then you get $1,000 for it, it is profitable to turn the other cheek. Interesting take on the Bible's teachings.
The fights are funny. They can stand that close and shout at each other. Spit. But no hits will follow. Who hit the first lost the battle.
Because he has to pay, right? No way out of it.
Yeah.
Self-driving bus. It is riding in the streets of Seoul. See? There's no driver, just passengers. And it goes on autopilot. The bus is small and it goes only in the downtown area. Korea has many interesting tech features. This robot will deliver your luggage to your gate. You see them in Seoul's airport. This is insanely cool. A robot that is carrying your luggage. I'm not sure how necessary it is. I could deal with many things myself or just take a usual cart. See? They are alive and well here. But it's more fun with the robot. This robot reminds me a bit about the Japanese multifunctional toilets that were invented in the 80s, when the Japanese ran out of valid tech ideas. By the way, those toilets with space-age controls had good sales only in Japan and Korea. So it is alarmed, doesn't know what to do, so I stop it. Stop, cancel. Thanks a lot, robot. I'll take it from here. See this, a Mercedes, BMW. Here it is, Maybach S600, and so on. The simplest car here would be Genesis, chief Korean luxury car. This is Gangnam region that gave its name to the Gangnam-style millionaires part of the town. You can see it on the roads. No car's cheaper than $50,000 here. And it's winter. People keep their Lamborghinis and Ferraris away from the snow. Fun fact, unlike most rich parts of the city, anywhere in the world, this one is not fenced. Anybody can come and look. Look at these houses. Apartments here cost hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars, but they look like regular apartment buildings. Rich people don't put fences around themselves. You can come into their yards and use their playgrounds. Parents of those children have millions of dollars. The rich are not afraid that poor people will come and spoil everything. Even security officers don't interfere with my filming because there are no officers here. Even poverty in Korea has peculiar forms. This is how homeless people live in South Korea. Look at the tents. Appreciate the quality. This is sort of a lounge made of boxes. It has blankets to keep warm, all sorts of things. More blankets. Then there are trash containers. This is the hard daily life of homeless people in Seoul. You live here, yes?
I live here.
He sleeps under a bridge, but look at the conditions. He has a tent for rainy days or wind, cardboard, a mat, warm sleeping sack. All this is as clean as new. His laundry is drying. See how white the sneakers are. And he doesn't look like a homeless person. People sleep in the stairs on the station under a new blanket and a clean tissue to stop the light. And then the cool tracking shoes. This homeless man's shoes are better quality than mine.
When I was watching the movie Parasite, it's very popular, right?
Yeah?
They show that poor family that couldn't deal with their issues. When I came here, I couldn't understand why. Because it's so easy to get a job here. It is much easier to get a job in Korea than, say, in Russia. Once you start, you get the full salary from day one, your first minute. You can take extra time, but only if you want to.
Why then all those publications about Korea? How the people overwork big time, and then they become addicted to alcohol and kill themselves by jumping from the bridge.
It must have been a long time ago.
In our parents' generation, it was like that. But as the time goes, so nowadays it's not too much like that. Just normally they work like a 9 to 6, just like other countries, and it's more free now. So they don't have to like just beg on to the boss, and yeah, because now I think our generations things have changed. This area is called Hongdae. Hongdae is short word for Hongik University.
So it's like a youth district of Seoul.
Yeah.
These days, Korean teenagers go crazy for that kind of photo studios. Here, you can rent funny headbands and take a picture in the booth.
This is a big trend now in Korea, biggest trend.
Such places are everywhere. Sorry guys, I won't take a picture in that sort of thing. That would be shock content.
They have this kind of trend that they have maybe in 2 years. So all these Photoshops will be changed to another next trend. So it's always like that. Before it was like the claw machine, where you pick the dolls. That was everywhere. Now it's like photos. See? Here, next to it is another one.
Yeah. Whole street, yes, of this photo studio.
Photo studio everywhere.
Typical Korean parents. We have, they always told me not to drink water while having food. I always had to drink water after finishing all the food. Something like that.
Why?
I don't know. It's just a typical rumor that they believe. I think Koreans love just believing the rumor. just like they're saying that if you put the fan on while you're sleeping, you'll die. It can get you killed. If you cut your nail at nighttime, and ghosts will come. Something like that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Shopping places are incredible. I realize you can't surprise anybody with great variety of food, but here in one place you have many kinds of meat or fish, but also crabs that are alive, and they cook mussels for you. There are like 20 restaurants in here where you can eat the same things. Here they make sushi and sashimi, and the prices for them are amazingly low. It is very cheap. They have a fruit bar where you can make your own smoothies. It's like a city. This supermarket is on a sky-high level. Sasha takes me to his apartment. It is the common lodging in Korea, one room.
It is 370,000 won per month, about $340. It is one room with everything. a fridge, that's the difference. The fridge is in the bedroom. There's a balcony and then a tiny kitchen. Plan can be different, but in essence, it is all the same.
And that's the bathroom. We won't go there.
Yeah, toilet and a shower. What I like a lot about Korea is that they don't have radiators. They make heated floors. This is the control panel, both for the floors and the hot water. Many people come having no money at all. I know people who come with $100 or $200. They live in the cheapest motels for $20 or $30 per day. And on their first day, they earn $100, then more. And in a week, they have a long-term rent and live like that.
That sounds like the easiest immigration I've heard of. South Korea.
Maybe. I have nothing to compare to.
You come with $200, earn $100 each day?
You know, it's been 2.5 years, and I'm bored. I want to leave. I want to go to America. It gets boring. Maybe I'm too spoiled, but I'm bored.
Would you go to live in Korea, the country with so many contrasts, where people advance newest technologies and then put on traditional clothes and walk around the city? Because that's what their ancestors did. There's no crime, but people do not always obey the laws. It is easy to get a job, but it can turn you into an alcoholic. Send me your comments. I answer myself. Subscribe, because it's time to move on.